Velocity 10 Echo Delta Heavy, turn left heading 190.
Is 11 nautical miles. Hainan 281 India November Heavy, requesting ILS approach runway 1 at Beijing Capital.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Maintain 180 knots.
Hainan 281 India November Heavy, continuous filed, expect the ILS approach runway 1 at Beijing Capital.
Roger, Hainan 281 India November Heavy.
Dreamjet 790, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, Dreamjet 790.
Beijing approach, Emiri 7 Lima, with you at 700. Emiri 7 Lima is 1 nautical miles northeast of Beijing Qizhou at 1,100 feet, flying VFR.
Contact Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3. Dreamjet 790, turn right heading 260. Emiri 7 Lima, roger, proceed on course.
Turn right heading 260, Dreamjet 790.
Proceed on course, Emiri 7 Lima.
25 Papa Bravo, contact Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3.
Descend and maintain 4,000. Maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 1, Air China 495.
Contacting Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3, Korean Air 25 Papa Bravo. Emirates 306, contact Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3.
Contacting Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3, Emirates 306.
Korean Air 722, radar contact. China Eastern 2301, turn left heading 180.
Delta 911 Victor Alpha is 10 nautical miles west of Tianjin Binhai at 16,700 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 1 at Beijing Capital.
Turn left heading 180, China Eastern 2301. I'm sorry, China Eastern 2301. China Eastern 2301, turn left heading 100. Velocity 10 Echo Delta Heavy, turn right heading 270.
Turn right heading 270, velocity 10 Echo Delta Heavy.
Delta 911 Victor Alpha, continuous filed, expecting ILS approach runway 1 at Beijing Capital.
Roger, Delta 911 Victor Alpha.
Dreamjet 790, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Dreamjet 790.
China Eastern 2301, reduce speed to 200 knots. Reduce speed to 200 knots, China Eastern 2301. November 452 Victor Zulu, continuous filed, expect the ILS approach runway 1 at DER 19.
Roger, November 452 Victor Zulu.
Velocity 10 Echo Delta Heavy, turn right heading 310.
Turn right heading 310, velocity 10 Echo Delta Heavy.
China Eastern 2301, turn right heading 180. Turn right heading 180, China Eastern 2301.
November 452 Victor Zulu is 24 nautical miles east of Beijing Daxing at 9,000 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 1 at Beijing Capital.
November 452 Victor Zulu, continuous filed, expect the ILS approach runway 1 at Beijing Capital.
Roger, November 452 Victor Zulu.
Dreamjet 790, contact Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3.
Contacting Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3, Dreamjet 790. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Air China 495.
Velocity 10 Echo Delta Heavy, turn right heading 330, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 1 approach.
Turn right heading 330, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 1, velocity 10 Echo Delta Heavy. Contacting Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3, Air China 495. Cathay 312 is 30 nautical miles south of Beijing Daxing at 20,500 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 36 left at Beijing Capital. Descend and maintain 4000, November 452 Victor Zulu.
Descend and maintain 4000, Delta 911 Victor Alpha.
Cathay 312, continuous filed, expecting ILS approach runway 36 left at Beijing Capital.
Roger, Cathay 312. Beijing approach, KLM 898 Heavy, with you at 11,000. Reduce speed to 200 knots, November 452 Victor Zulu.
Turn right heading 320, China Eastern 2301. Increase speed to 200 knots, China Eastern 2301. Velocity 10 Echo Delta Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. KLM 898 Heavy, radar contact. Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo, radar contact, say approach request.
Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo is 11 nautical miles west of Tianjin Banhai at 16,700 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 1 at Beijing Capital.
Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo, continuous filed, expecting ILS approach runway 1 at Beijing Capital.
Roger, Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo.
United 28 Whiskey Charlie, frequency change approved, good day. KLM 898 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved United 28 Whiskey Charlie, good day.
Korean Air 722, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Korean Air 722, good day.
Japan Air 22 is 5 nautical miles northeast of Beijing Capital at 4,700 feet, requesting flight following to Tokyo Haneda.
Contacting Beijing approach on 121.1, Air Force 5501.
Velocity 10 Echo Delta Heavy, contact Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3. China Eastern 2301, turn right heading 330, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 1 approach.
Descend and maintain 4000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 1, November 452 Victor Zulu.
Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo, descend and maintain 4000.
Descend and maintain 4000, Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo.
Thank you, good day, Air Force 5501.
Delta 911 Victor Alpha, turn left heading 270, descend and maintain 4000.
November 452 Victor Zulu, you're in an active airspace, please contact Beijing approach on 121.1.
Turn left heading 270, descend and maintain 4000, Delta 911 Victor Alpha.
Air China 158 Charlie X-Ray is 2 nautical miles north of Beijing Capital at 3,200 feet, requesting radar vectors to Shanghai Hongqiao.
Frequency change approved KLM 898 Heavy, good day.
China Eastern 2301, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, China Eastern 2301. November 452 Victor Zulu, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, November 452 Victor Zulu.
Air China 158 Charlie X-Ray, requested airport is outside of coverage area. Proceed on course.
Roger, Air China 158 Charlie X-Ray.
Emirates 280 Heavy, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3000, Emirates 280 Heavy.
Contacting Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3, China Eastern 2301. Air China 158 Charlie X-Ray, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Malaysian 55 Super is 9 nautical miles east of Beijing Daxing at 13,700 feet, requesting visual approach any runway at Beijing Capital.
Malaysian 55 Super, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 1 at Beijing Capital. Emirates 280 Heavy, descend and maintain 3000, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 36 left approach.
Roger, Malaysian 55 Super.
Descend and maintain 3000, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 36 left, Emirates 280 Heavy.
Descend and maintain 4000, Cathay 312. Air Force 5849 is 1 nautical miles northeast of Beijing capital at 1,900 feet, requesting visual approach any runway at Pyongyang Sunan.
Delta 911 Victor Alpha, turn right heading 330, descend and maintain 4000, maintain 4000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 1 approach.
Turn right heading 330, descend and maintain 4000, maintain 4000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 1, Delta 911 Victor Alpha.
Air Force 5849, requested airport is outside of coverage area. Proceed on course.
Roger, Air Force 5849.
Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo, turn left heading 270.
Turn left heading 270, Victor Papa.
Hainan 281 India November Heavy, descend and maintain 4000.
Descend and maintain 4000, Hainan 281 India November Heavy.
Japan Air 22, frequency change approved, good day. Air China 158 Charlie X-Ray, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved to Thailand 22, good day.
Frequency change approved Air China 158 Charlie X-Ray, good day.
Malaysian 55 Super, turn left heading 350, descend and maintain 4000. Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo, descend and maintain 3000.
Turn left heading 350, descend and maintain 4000, Malaysian 55 Super.
Descend and maintain 3000, Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo.
Emirates 280 Heavy, contact Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3.
Contacting Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3, Emirates 280 Heavy. Thank you, Emirates 280 Heavy.
Malaysian 55 Super, turn left heading 280. Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo, turn right heading 310.
Turn right heading 310, Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo.
Turn left heading 280, Malaysian 55 Super.
Malaysian 55 Super, turn left heading 270. November 452 Victor Zulu, execute missed approach, turn right heading 160, climb and maintain 4000. Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo, turn right heading 340, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 1 approach.
Executing missed approach, turn right heading 160, climb and maintain 4000, November 452 Victor Zulu.
Turn right heading 340, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 1, Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo.
Turn left heading 270, Malaysian 55 Super.
Delta 911 Victor Alpha, contact Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3.
Contacting Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3, Delta 911 Victor Alpha.
Hainan 281 India November Heavy, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Reduce speed to 200 knots, Hainan 281 India November Heavy.
November 452 Victor Zulu, please follow instructions or you will be reported. November 452 Victor Zulu, execute missed approach, turn right heading 160, climb and maintain 4000.
Executing missed approach, turn right heading 160, climb and maintain 4000, November 452 Victor Zulu. I'm sorry, November 4...
Hainan 281 India November Heavy, turn right heading 270, descend and maintain 3000.
Turn right heading 270, descend and maintain 3000, Hainan 281 India November Heavy.
Malaysian 55 Super, turn right heading 340, maintain 4000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 1 approach. November 452 Victor Zulu, turn right heading 150.
Turn right heading 150, November 452 Victor Zulu.
Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Turn right heading 340, maintain 4000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 1, Malaysian 55 Super.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo.
Beijing approach, Hainan 001 Mike uniform, with you at 17,700. Hainan 001 Mike uniform is 12 nautical miles west of Tianjin Binhai at 17,700 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 36 left at...
Hainan 281 India November Heavy, turn right heading 340, descend and maintain 3000, maintain...
Turn right heading 340, descend and maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 1, Hainan 281 India November Heavy.
Malaysian 55 Super, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Contacting Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3, Cathay 312. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Malaysian 55 Super.
Hainan 001 Mike uniform, continuous filed, expect the ILS approach runway 36 left at Beijing Capital.
Roger, Hainan 001 Mike uniform.
November 452 Victor Zulu, turn right heading 180. KLM 731, frequency change approved, good day.
Turn right heading 180, November 452 Victor Zulu.
Malaysian 55 Super, you're aligned with the wrong runway. Please check runway assignment.
Frequency change approved KLM 731, good day.
Malaysian 55 Super, turn right heading 030, maintain 4000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 1 approach. Hainan 001 Mike uniform, descend and maintain 4000.
Descend and maintain 4000, Hainan 001 Mike uniform.
Air Force 5849, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Air Force 5849, good day.
Hainan 281 India November Heavy, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Hainan 281 India November Heavy.
China Southern 09 Echo Romeo, radar contact. Hainan 281 India November Heavy, contact Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3.
Contacting Beijing Capital Tower on 124.3, Hainan 281 India November Heavy. Thank you, good day, Hainan 281 India November Heavy. Beijing Capital Tower, Hainan 281 India November Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 1.
Hainan 281 India November Heavy, wind calm, number 1, runway 1, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 1, Hainan 281 India November Heavy.
Wilco, Victor Papa Alpha Charlie Romeo.
Emirates 6969 Cuba, contact Beijing approach on 121.1.
Beijing Capital Tower, Malaysian 55 Super is 11 nautical miles to the south at 2,600 feet, Inbound for landing, requesting runway 1.
Stand by, Emirates 6969 Super. Thank you, good day, Emirates 6969 Super.
Malaysian 55 Super, wind calm, number 2, runway 1, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 1, Malaysian 55 Super.
Sky Europe 519 Heavy, wind calm, runway 36 right, cleared for takeoff. Air China 983, line up and wait runway 36 right.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 36 right, Sky Europe 519 Heavy. Line up and wait runway 36 right, Air China 983.
Air China 462, your number 2 for departure.
Roger.
1000.
Air China 462.
Fiji 1559 flight of 10, your number 3 for departure.
Roger. Fiji 1559 flight of 10.
Hainan 495, your number 4 for departure.
Roger, Hainan 495.
$500.
Sky Europe 519 Heavy, contact Beijing approach on 121.1.
Contacting Beijing approach on 121.1, Sky Europe 519 Heavy.
$300. $200. $100. $50. $40. $30. $20. $10.
Air China 983, wind calm, runway 36 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 36 right, Air China 983.
Air China 462, line up and wait runway 36 right.
Line up and wait runway 36 right, Air China 462. Beijing Capital Tower, India Juliet Alpha Kilo Echo, ready for departure. Departure in sequence at runway 36 right, departing south.
India Juliet Alpha Kilo Echo, hold short of runway 36 right.
Holding short runway 36 right, India Juliet Alpha Kilo Echo.
Malaysian 55 Super, go around, fly runway heading runway 1. Hainan 281 India November Heavy, contact Beijing Capital Ground on 121.9er.
Contacting Beijing Capital Ground on 121.9er, Hainan 281 India November Heavy.
Malaysian 55 Super, roger, fly runway heading runway 1.
Beijing Capital Ground, Hainan 281 India November Heavy, request taxi to parking.
Thank you, good day, Emirates 306.
Hainan 281 India November Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, Hainan 281 India November Heavy.
Emirates 306, thank you, good day. Beijing Capital Ground, Air China 495, ready to taxi to runway 36 right with information Quebec. Beijing Capital Ground, Airbus 8001 Heavy, ready to taxi with information Zulu. Beijing Capital Ground, Emirates 724 Super, ready for pushback with information Zulu. Air China 495, taxi to runway 36 right, hold short of 18 left 36 right. Taxiing to runway 36 right, will hold short of 18 left 36 right, Air China 495.
Beijing Capital Ground, Air China 20 Hotel, ready to taxi with information Zulu.
Airbus 8001 Heavy, taxi to runway 36 right, hold short of 18 left 36 right. Taxiing to runway 36 right, will hold short of 18 left 36 right, Airbus 8001 Heavy.
Beijing Capital Ground, Bravo Hotel India Mike, ready for pushback with information Zulu.
Beijing Capital Ground, Turkish 034 Tango Kilo, ready for pushback with information Zulu, requesting runway 36 right. Emirates 724 Super, hold position. Holding position, Emirates 724 Super. Bravo Hotel India Mike, hold position. Air China 495, please amend flight plan to include ATC preferred standard instrument departure. Emirates 724 Super, please amend flight plan to include ATC preferred standard instrument departure. Turkish 034 Tango Kilo, hold position. Holding position, Turkish 034 Tango Kilo.
Holding position.
Thank you, good day, Hainan 281 India November Heavy.
Emirates 16 Lima, request frequency change.
Bravo Hotel India Mike, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Bravo Hotel India Mike.